Nilayan Sikdar is a third-year student at IIT Kharagpur. He is studying instrumentation engineering and he's extremely interested in computer science. In this episode, he's going to talk about how he got into Amazon as a third-year intern, as software development intern, and he's going to give us some insights into the life at Amazon. Plus, you need to realize that this man has so much interest in AI and ML. He codes a lot in Python and C++. Welcome, Nilayan. Welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
Hi Rahul, glad to be here. So excited for this episode of yours. So let's get started then.
Yeah. So, Nilayan, when did you actually get into programming?
Um, I I got my first stint of programming around in class 11, I think, where we got introduced to C++. But I did not really like programming back then because back then PCM, physics, chemistry, maths was the shiz. Everybody wanted to get into IITs and computer was not needed for that. And so I was also one of those guys. And so I just followed PCM and never really paid attention to computer much. Then came IIT first year. We got introduced to the basic programming and data structures course with the so there we got introduced to linked list stacks till that point of time in data structures. So that at that point of time, I thought, okay, this is something cool, but still I was not really that much attracted to it because like in first year I was of the conception that okay, yaar, bahut padhai ho gaya in class 11 and 12. Let's just chill for a while. So first year I did not really study and I just focused everything on football, playing guitar, doing all sorts of stuff which I did was not able to do in class 11, 12. Then came second year, and second year I thought, okay, this is getting problematic. I need to do something. So I got into AI/ML, not really data structures programming, competitive programming. I got into AI/ML. I did the basic Andrew NG course. I then did the 5 course specialization on Coursera, the deep learning course specialization. Then I participated in a few projects, I participated in a few competition in my college. Um, with my hall, basically my hostel, and with my team, and that is how I got introduced to AI/ML. Then during last year's lockdown, I got into proper DS algo because our internship season was coming. So I thought, okay, data might not get me an internship, but since there are so many software companies, software might get me an internship. So I got into data. I got into data structures and algorithm there, and yeah, so for CP or DSA, I think I started around last year only, but
Right,
AI/ML I got into first second year.
right. So, were you always good at programming when you started in the second year? Were you good at programming back then? Would you say so?
Like it's the thing of practice. Like everything I do, I think it's a thing of practice only. So the more you do it, the more you will get better at it. So I was not good at it initially. I think nobody is good at anything like when they start initially, but if you like that thing, you can get good at it. If you don't like that thing, it will become a burden to you. So I
Right,
think it became, I sort of liked it. I did not like it very much. I sort of liked it, and that gave me enough motivation to continue it and like further propel my career in that field.
right. So now let's talk about your Amazon internship. So, how did you actually start preparing for the interviews, and how many rounds are there?
Okay, so like I said, last year only lockdown, when they announced lockdown in March, April, I started with DSA Algo. So I started with HackerRank because I was a complete noob at like C++ or those kind of things, DSA Algo things. So I started with HackerRank just to improve my implementation skills. Then after that, I focused more on InterviewBit and LeetCode. So I used InterviewBit as a platform to increase my knowledge of data structure and algorithm, and I used LeetCode as a medium to increase my speed of solving problems. So in LeetCode, I only used to give the contest. I think there's a bi-weekly contest, there's a weekly contest. So in LeetCode, I used to give those, and InterviewBit, I used to solve almost every problem there is on InterviewBit, and that was my preparation strategy for the Amazon. And in the Amazon internship, yeah, I think we had one coding round and one interview round only. They told me that there's going to be a second round, but they didn't hold it. So in the coding round, there was a debugging section. There was a section on leadership principle, which Amazon really focuses upon. Even in the internship, they really focused on the leadership principles. There's a section on aptitude, I guess. There's also a section, obviously, of two coding rounds, two coding questions they gave. I think one was of arrays and another was of DP, like in the interview, in the coding round. And then in the second round interview, they just asked two interview coding questions. I think one was from trees and another was from linked list, right?
Right. So, does it really matter to those people who watching who are in tier 3 college? Does it
Right.
really matter if whether the college you're coming from is tier 3 or tier 1 in the point of view of a recruiter?
Like more recently, it does not matter, I think, like because in the end, like it obviously matters when you're applying on campus, because on campus these companies come and hire from on campus. But when you're applying off campus, I do not think that tag really matters a lot, because if you do not have the skill, they won't take you just because of your tag. So you have to have the skill, because I have seen people like in my internship, I am talking about Amazon only. So most of my seniors, like SD1, SD2, SD3 people, most of them are not from IITs. These are people from NSIT, other colleges, maybe tier two, maybe tier three colleges, but they all are in Amazon and in much better places than I am. So it's always possible to get into tier three. And I think obviously we get some kind of an advantage being from tier one, but that only I think stays while on campus. But off campus your skills matters the most, and outside of skills nothing, I don't think anything matters.
Right. And also, you mentioned that in the coding round you had two questions, right? So,
Right.
how would you evaluate those on the scale of like a code forces rating, like A to E or a div 1 to?
I didn't really do code forces much, but I
Right.
know some of the ratings like A, B, C, D, E, F. I'd say like I can tell you in terms of lead code, medium, hard, because
Yeah,
lead
sure.
code was my source of medium. So in the coding round, we had two questions. I think the array one was of medium, and the DP one, I would rate it hard for myself. That might be medium for another one, for another other people, but for me, it was hard. And for the interview, I would rate both of them as medium only,
Right.
both the
Also, you've
questions.
proven that even though you're from a non-CS background, you can actually get into computer science. So, what was it that that pushed you towards the computer science field? What motivated you to keep working more? Because of course, if you're going to something which is different from what your main course is, then
Right.
you do have to have a good amount of motivation there. And how did you, get this within you?
Okay, awesome. So I was in instrumentation engineering. So in instrumentation engineering, like I didn't really know, like for most of the people who come to IT, they do not really know what a branch, like what is their branch, and they just select it on the basis of the branch, on the basis of their rank. So I also did the same. And when I got into instrumentation engineering, I had no idea, but I thought, okay, we'll be making something with instruments, we'll be doing some things, and which we'd get a taste of, I think, in our third semester. So when I got into my third semester and got a first glimpse of the subjects that we are going to have, I absolutely hated it. I did not like any of the subjects. Maybe some of the math subject I liked, but all the core subjects I did not really like. And from then on, like I started my journey of exploring different things. Like I have to find something, right, to get a job or maybe to do anything with. So core is definitely not for me. And I got to know it from my second year only.
Right. Also, can you shed some light on the importance of open source contributions and project development? How these could help your resume when applying for a
Right.
big tech internship.
Right. Projects are obviously important. Projects are extremely important. I haven't done open source yet, but I've done two to three ML projects as well, and maybe one or two software projects. So projects are extremely important to gauge a person's ability to solve problems which are customer centric. Like usually when we are doing DS algo, these are problems which we are not facing on a daily day. These are just problems like maths problems. These can be applied practically. But when we are solving projects, when we are doing projects, these are problems that people are facing and we are trying to solve those. And this actually plays a very important part, I think, on the part of the recruiters when they see someone's projects. So I think projects are extremely important when one is applying. For my projects, I think I had two to three machine learning projects. One was I had a research internship in deep learning as well, in computer vision, where I worked on handwriting recognition, handwriting generation. And then earlier I had a time series project where we were trying to predict the electricity consumption of a town or a city. So that was, I think that project was extremely important, first in terms to gauge a person's ability in technical terms, and also like the teamwork aspect of project building, because in self projects are fine, but when you're working in a team, that really matters to say these big, especially these big tech organizations, because in big tech organizations you're not working alone, you'll be working as a part of the team to solve a bigger problem.
Yeah.
So being a part of the team and solving a project, I think it really helps.
Right, right. Also, what were some of the perks that you got when you went into Amazon? Because you made a video about it recently. People would want to know.
Right. So by perks, do you mean monetary perks, or what kind of perks do you want to know?
Monetary perks and the MacBook and stuff, everything.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So as part of Amazon, we got a MacBook Pro for our usage, like for Amazon's for this internship. And some people also got mouse, keyboard, headphones, um, and all of that. I only got a headphone, I think, because I think it differs from campus to campus what they're giving. So I don't really have any complaints. Then this was the part of all the physical things that they provided for. They also provided a food card which they had for, like, they used to give something 10 1,000 to 1,200 rupees every month for food which we can spend on Zomato, Swiggy, anything. Then there's internet reimbursement, there is life insurance, medical insurance, all of that stuff, all natural stuff, I think, which any big tech company would give. But one of the most important things, like one of the best things that I liked about Amazon was that they were very considerate about our well-being and our health, because during these COVID times it's extremely important to stay healthy. So the manager and mentors were very helpful in assuring that we were okay, and they would provide any kind of leave, any kind of uh, say holiday if we fall sick, or if even if our parents fall sick, and they do not really question that. So I think I really love that part about Amazon.
Right, right. Thank you, Nilayan, for joining us, man. You've shared some valuable information with all of us, and I hope someone's inspired to do something after listening to this. Thank you for joining.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Rahul. I hope your channel grows as well and you reach millions of people with your amazing content.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
All right.